Hey guys, it's me again, Muhammad Taqwa. So today in this video, I would like to talk about how I spent my university life back in 2017 to roughly to 2023. So basically, I went to Okayama University in Japan. It is located basically at the Okayama Prefecture, which is located near the Hiroshima Prefecture, as you can see in the Japan map right here. So I went there straight out of high school, and then I basically went to the university for 6 years. I went for 4 years for the bachelor and 2 years extra for the MBA. So basically, when I was in high school, I wasn't really a super diligent student where I study every day, where I like super focus on my study, like how to achieve all like crazy stuff academically. Then it all kind of changes when I entered Okayama University in Japan. But how? First, I wasn't really getting like super good grades, like A plus, A, or something like that. But something inside me it's like changed. Something inside me told me to keep learning and getting curious about everything around me. So when I entered the first grade or the first year of university, I just want to focus on how Japanese proficiency would apply in order for me to learn a lot of information from classes in Japanese, in English as well. So that part, basically, I put a lot of effort on learning Japanese first, and then I applied those Japanese learning ideas or way to study to obtain information from classes from the Okayama University. So what I did was I focused more on how I can read and write and listen and talk and academically in Japanese language. So what I did was, at that time there was some class that offers me and fellow other international student to learn Japanese, to learn how to learn in Japanese basically. So then I took that class, and then it turned out that it is super helpful because that class was taught by a Japanese sensei as well. So then the class went for one semester, and then you're on your own basically. First, it was really hard to learn anything like in Japanese because it was kind of super different from the Japanese in the anime and the Japanese in the daily conversation. And also Japanese academically was super challenging for me. I didn't know how to read or to write or to speak eloquently in that specific area. Yeah, by the way, my field was chemical engineering at the time, and so basically I have to learn mathematics, chemistry, physics, everything in Japanese. But fortunately, because I didn't really need to take all of my classes in Japanese in order to get my credit, so I could still take some of half of my credit from the Global Discovery class, where they offered mostly their class in English. And then when I joined into when I turned into the third year in my university, and that's where I started to get a lot of opportunity to take class in Japanese basically. So I would say that jump from not knowing a lot of Japanese academically to taking mostly like my class 15 credits or 20 credits all in Japanese classes, that was like super big achievement to me. So basically I spent a lot of my days trying to to learn in Japanese and mostly study. But I'm not only learning like super nerdy stuff, being like super study every day or super locked in, but I also spend my time or my spare time traveling with my friends. So for example, like one time there is a period in Japan, it's called like Golden Week, where there's a period where there is a lot of national holiday being arranged into a whole full week. So you basically can get probably like from 7 days to 10 days in a row holiday. And then I just take advantage of that to go outside of Okayama. So basically at the time I had a lot of time to get to know people when I was in university. So I met this Korean person, Japanese person, or whoever, any international or just like local Japanese student. Then we got along together. And then one time we actually went to it's called Prefecture, where that place is super famous for the udon, you know. So yeah, me and my friend went there. It's like my Korean friend, which she was my crush too, but it's super long time ago though. Hey Hadam, if you still watching this, please DM me. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, so I went to the Kago with my friend, Japanese friend, two of my Korean friends. Besides that, the thing that most memorable was when I invited my Japanese friend to come over to my parents' house in Indonesia, basically. I think it's kind of too long to tell in this video, guys, but I will tell you probably later down the road on the next video or something like that. So just keep watching and subscribe to this channel. Okay guys, basically to wrap it up, my university life consists of just studying in class in English and Japanese for the whole 4 years. And probably like some of the memorable things that I did besides studying was traveling to Kagawa with my Korean friends and Japanese friend, and also taking my Japanese friend to my home country, which is Indonesia. So I would really like to break down and talk about how I'm able to invite my Japanese friend to my home country, Indonesia, maybe in the next video or some. But if you would like to listen to my story about how I invited them to come over, just please subscribe and like this video, guys. So I don't know if this clip becoming my closing for the video, but I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time.